The microphone trembled in his hands, but not as much as his heart. Under the blinding stage lights, 14-year-old Ian stood frozen, staring at thousands of eyes waiting for him to fail, just like so many people had told him his whole life. But the real reason his voice shook was not fear of the crowd. It was the echo of a promise he had made, to the one person who believed in his voice before he ever believed in himself. Ian had grown up in a small, crumbling apartment on the edge of the city, where the walls were too thin and the nights too long. His mother, Zara, worked double shifts at a factory and still returned home with a smile. She would sit beside him, brush the dust off his clothes, and say, "You were born with a voice the world needs to hear, Ian. Don't let life silence you." But life had tried its best. Kids at school mocked him for carrying a torn backpack and wearing shoes whose soles were nearly gone. Some days he would return home with bruises on his arms and tears in his eyes, hiding them before his mother saw. Still, after every bad day, he would hum softly. Music was the only thing that didn't judge him. Then came the night everything changed. His mother collapsed at work from exhaustion. The doctors said she needed rest, something she could never afford. Ian sat by her hospital bed, holding her cold fingers, guilt building inside him. One day, he whispered, "I'll make you proud. I'll take you away from all this." But promises don't pay bills. And hospitals don't wait. Ian dropped out of school for a few months and took small jobs, cleaning shops, delivering packages, washing dishes at night, anything that could keep them afloat. But even then, every night he would step onto the rooftop of their building and sing under the sky, imagining that his voice somehow traveled beyond the streets, past the buildings, past everything holding him down. One evening, while cleaning tables at a small cafe, he was humming a tune to himself. An old man sitting near the window looked up. His eyes sparkled. "Boy, that voice, you ever think of singing for the world?" Ian laughed shyly. "Sir, I barely sing for myself." The old man slid a form across the table, an audition flyer for Talent Universe, the biggest show in the country. "Go," the man insisted. "Some voices are born from gold. Others are born from struggle. Both shine the same." Ian almost didn't go. What if they laughed? What if he failed? What if he embarrassed himself on national television? But when he reached home, his mother, still weak, lying on the couch, whispered, "You must try. If you walk toward your dream, it will walk toward you." And so he went. And now he was here, on stage, lights blazing, judges watching, cameras rolling. But when the music started, something inside him broke open. Ian closed his eyes, remembering every long night on rooftops, every insult, every tear he hid, every moment hunger hurt more than the world should ever allow. He remembered his mother's tired hands, her soft voice, the way she said, "Never give up, Ian." Then he sang. His voice wasn't perfect, but it was real, raw, cracked, full of pain and hope and something deeper than technique. The audience leaned forward. The judges stopped writing. A sudden silence filled the room, not the uncomfortable kind, but the kind that happens before a storm of emotion. Halfway through the song, his voice shook. A tear fell. He almost stopped. But then he saw her, his mother, sitting in the audience for the first time in her life, eyes shining with pride. She lifted her hand, touched her heart, and nodded, as if saying, "Keep going. Keep going, my son." So he did. He poured everything inside him into the final note, a note so full of emotion that it felt like the entire hall was holding its breath. And then, a single hand slammed down on the golden buzzer. The crowd erupted. Golden confetti exploded from every direction. The judges stood. One of them wiped tears from her eyes. That, she whispered into the microphone, was not just singing. That was survival. That was heart. That was the voice of struggle, turned into beauty. Ian covered his face with his hands. His mother rushed to the stage, holding him as if he were still the little boy she used to rock to sleep. Together they stood under the rain of gold, the stage glowing, the audience cheering, the whole world finally hearing the voice that life had tried to silence. Backstage, a reporter asked him, "How did you do it? How did you sing with so much emotion?" Ian looked into the camera, voice steady now. "When you've walked through darkness your whole life, even a small light becomes enough to guide you. My voice came from struggle, but my hope came from my mother." The video of his performance went viral overnight. Millions watched, thousands cried, and the world learned a powerful truth. Sometimes the brightest stars are born from the darkest nights. Ian didn't just win a golden buzzer, he won the chance to rewrite his life, lift his mother out of hardship, and inspire every child who was told they were not enough. And he became proof that even if the world doubts you, even if your voice shakes, even if your path is hard, you can still rise, you can still shine, you can still be heard.